Well, let's turn now to some sports news and togging out for this Tuesday's practice session. Zinedine Zidane back as coach for Real Madrid. He led the club to 3 straight Champions League titles before quitting while they were on top some 9 months ago. Now he's back, having signed a contract until June 2022 to coach a club that has just had a pretty disastrous season.
He'll be the club's saviour. Zinedine Zidane is going back to Real Madrid, to the team who gave him his first shot as a coach.
I am very happy to be back, and what I want is to get to work again and to put the club back in the place where it has to be. And now the only thing that is important for me is to start work tomorrow. That's it.
Lo único para mí es mañana empezar a trabajar y ya está.
After several years off the pitch, the legendary French football player turned trainer in 2011. In 2016, he took the reins of Real's main team, guiding them to glory, winning 9 trophies, including a record 3 back-to-back Champions League titles, leaving the club on a high in 2018 to take a year off. Real's fans mostly seem to welcome the news of his return.
I want him to come here as soon as possible because we've had a disastrous season. He was the best thing that happened to Real Madrid as a coach and as a player. In fact, I admired him a lot as a player.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I don't know if he'll be the best, but Zidane always proved that he was a really good player, and I think he has Real Madrid in his blood.
Zidane will have his work cut out turning the club around. Real has gone through 2 coaches since he left. Neither Julen Lopetegui or Santiago Solari managed to turn things around with the club.
Well, with that, we turn our attention now to the latest from the Champions League and indeed the rest of the main sports news.
Have it all to do in the second leg of their Champions League last 16 tie against Atletico Madrid this evening, with the Italian giants on the verge of an early exit. The arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo was meant to inspire Juve to win the trophy that's eluded them since 1986, but they must now turn around a 2-0 reverse in Turin. Coach Max Allegri says they need to adapt. We believe we've got a chance of overturning the result. It's going to be vital that we understand how the match develops, because maybe we prepared last time for the match to be one way and then it took on a different direction. So we've got to work out quickly when is the right moment to play one way and when is it time to change to a different strategy. Ronaldo returns after sitting out the 4-1 win over Udinese at the weekend, but Alex Sandro is suspended. Atletico are without the suspended Diego Costa and Thomas Partey. Paris Saint-Germain are back in domestic action tonight for the first time since their disastrous Champions League exit at the hands of Manchester United a week ago. The Ligue 1 leaders, who are still without the injured Neymar, travel to Dijon, who are in their own battle against relegation. The focus, though, will be on PSG, the champions, to see how they bounce back after that massive Champions League disappointment. It's very important that we don't spend too much time analysing the defeat to Manchester United, because it's quite possible that it was just bad luck. Many people will say it's one of many bits of bad luck, but it's not that simple. Manchester United didn't touch the ball at all in our penalty area in the second half, and yet they scored a goal. It's hardly possible. It wasn't pressure. It's not like our team played completely nervously or without any quality. It wasn't like that. Sometimes we just have to accept that it's bad luck. And for me, it was bad luck. A PSG win would take them 17 points clear of Lille at the top, while Dijon, who are in the bottom 3, will hope to close the gap on Monaco. World number 55, Jan-Lennard Struff, caused the biggest upset at Indian Wells overnight, taking just 70 minutes to dump out the world number 3, Alexander Zverev. Struff dominated his fellow German with his aggressive play from the baseline. Zverev never able to impose his own game. Struff lost just 3 first serve points and saved all 4 break points he faced. 6-3, 6-1, just his 3rd victory against someone ranked inside the top 10. Struff moves into the 4th round for the first time. And there he'll meet Canadian Milos Raonic, who recovered from a breakdown in the third to end the dream run of world number 217, Marcus Giron, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. He moves into the fourth round at Indian Wells for the sixth year in succession. The former world number 3 hit 22 aces in the match, but he was up against it when Giron took a 4-1 lead in the decider. Raonic, though, found some of his best tennis when it mattered most, winning the final 5 games to triumph after 1 hour and 56 minutes. 7th seed Dominic Thiem is also through to the fourth round at the expense of Frenchman Gilles Simon. The Austrian's heavy baseline game too much for the 34-year-old Simon, who never had the chance to counter. Thiem won 61% of his return points, saved all 5 break points he faced to win 6-3, 6-1. Thiem into the fourth round with real optimism of improving on his quarter-final appearance at Indian Wells 2 years ago when he lost to Stan Wawrinka. He'll now face 40-year-old Ivo Karlovic.
OK, that's it. You're up to date on your sports news, and it wraps it up for this hour. But Stuart is in studio to take us through the next one. Stuart.
It's Remote Sheaf. Yes, 2 big stories for you today. The latest on the Brexit deal and, of course, those celebrations on the streets of Algeria as President Abdelaziz Bouteflika announces he will not now bid for a 5th term in power. Questions, though, about when he will go, as he also announced the postponement of elections. All the latest coverage for you after the break.